Hello. One of my clients asked me to make a follow-along video for cars, which is controlled articulation rotation. It's kind of like a mobilization and a warm-up that I do with most of my clients at the beginning of the session. It's something that you can do daily, or that you can do just before your training session, just to kind of limber up and get the joints moving nice and oiled up. All right. So we're going to do the whole body. It's going to be mostly standing, and yeah, I'll just take you through it one step at a time. It should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. Right, so we're going to start about hip width apart, so a comfortable stance. We're going to start with the neck. So we're going to bring the chin over the shoulder. And we're going to do 5 of each. The main thing is just keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your arms by your side, so I'm not tensing you up. And I'm just going side to side. So we'll do about 5 per side. And once you're done with these, we're going to do the chin towards the chest and then eyes up towards the ceiling. So chin towards the chest and then eyes towards the ceiling. Same thing, I like to do about 5 per side, per direction, so up and down. But you can do this for 10 seconds, you can do this for 15 seconds. And again, shoulders are relaxed, just stand nice and tall. It's going to be 5 of each. Then we're going to move on the ear towards the shoulder. So again, don't shrug, don't tense up. Ear towards the shoulder. You go back and forth. All right, so that's going to be 5 per side. Once you're done with that, we're going to be in a cross position. So shoulders are going to be down, elbows are going to be up about shoulder height, and we're going to do wrist rotation. So nice and big movements. If the arm position is too much for you, you can relax your arms by the side, but I find it's a good way to kind of warm up the shoulders as well. So nice and big circles, okay, not just small, quick, nice and big circles. We'll do about 10 per direction. And try not to gyrate the shoulders or the elbows, so your arms are more or less immobile and the wrist is doing most of the work. Once you're done with that, we're going to do forearm circles, that I call. So you're going to bring your hands into the shoulders, then you're going to bring them out and reset. Okay, so it's almost like you're doing circles with your forearms. The main thing, this is a little bit harder, but again, try not to drop your elbows and try not to shrug your shoulders. So shoulders down, elbows up, and it's almost like I'm standing facing a wall. So like there's a wall in front of me, and I'm doing 10-inch direction. Once we're done with that, we're going to relax and we'll do shoulder circles. So you're going to go up, back, down, forward. Okay. I just want to keep my arms loose as I do this. So I'm not tensing up and doing mechanically. I'm just letting the shoulder move. So up, back, and down, and forward. You're going to do about 10 in one direction, and then we're going to complete 10 in the other direction. All right, once you're done, we're going to have our hands together, fingers interlaced. It's about hands about chest height. And you're going to bring your elbow behind you. So we're going to rotate. So you're focusing on bringing the elbow behind you, keeping your feet flat. So I don't want you to lift the foot and twist like this, okay? Stay locked into place. Bring the elbow behind you. And again, I'm not nice and tall, so I'm not trying to curl up, not trying to collapse. I'm not overarching either. I'm just staying nice and tall, nice and tight, back and forth. So for this, I'll do about 5 per side. Again, you can do 10 per side if you want. You can do 10 seconds even. And once you're done with that, you're gonna go around the torso and then swing your arms out. Around the torso, swing your arms out. You're gonna alternate the top arm. And again, make sure it's at shoulder height. So it's not this, okay? Shoulder height, swing out. Shoulder height, swing out. You can do about, again, 10 reps or 10 seconds. So say this is more like 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Then we'll do a length variation of a German arm swing. I call it snow angels. So you're gonna tap under. You're gonna bring your hand by your side, nice and wide, almost like a snow angel. And then you're gonna tap over. And then again, lengthen your arms to the side, tap under, over, under, over. And really lengthen your arms in between. So that was 10 for me. Now we're going to do one arm back and one arm up. Try to keep your arms straight and think through the elbow. So it's not as much as reaching with that arm, it's more about reaching with the elbow behind. So one arm on top, one arm over. And again, the longer the arms, the better. So I know some of you might be like this, but try to lengthen as much as you can. If you have to slow down, you can slow down. And it should not be painful. You should feel warmth. You should feel the blood flowing, but it should not be painful. All right, then once you're done, this one's optional. So for some people it's problematic, but I'll still go through it. So you're gonna have your arms to the side, you're gonna bring your palms up, and then you're gonna bring your palms back. Palms up, and palms back. Try to rotate as much as you can. If it's painful, you could limit the motion a little bit. So what I mean by that, if here it's painful, stop a bit here so you can do just this. Again, you're trying to rotate the arm in a solid piece. We'll do about 10 each direction. All right, and then moving on, we'll do the hips. We're gonna do hip circles. So you're gonna be in a comfortable stance. You're gonna push your hips forward, to the side, back, side, forward. And I think the way I view it is the hips going one way, my torso goes in the other. So my hips come to the left, my torso goes to the right. And then just pivot and keep going like that. And I prefer a slower, bigger motion. So just like kind of fasten like this, okay? Really try to drive the hips forward. Try to drive the hips to the side, back, side, front. We'll do 5 each direction of these. Hands on the hips just to help guide the movement. But it's not necessary. If you're proficient in this, you don't need the hands on your hips. Okay. Then we'll do a little bit of back and hips. So it's going to be a bend and bow. Your straight leg, you're going to reach down. If you can't reach the ground, that's fine. Just reach down as low as you can. And then you're going to stand up. You're going to lean back. You're going to try to bring your shoulders behind your heels and your hips forward. And then you're going to relax, reset, and go again. And again, just try to keep your legs straight. So if this is as far as you go with the legs straight, that's fine. Stop there, reset, lean back. We're going to do this for 5 reps. And then it's going to be the knee to chest. So you're going to bring your leg up, your knee up. You're going to pull it to the chest just for a second or two, and then you're going to let go. Pull it to the chest, and then let go. And as I'm pulling my top leg up, I'm pushing with the bottom leg. So I'm not collapsing as I pull my leg up. I'm trying to lengthen as I pull my leg up. If for some of you might be here, that's fine. Again, this is just to get some motion in it. And you don't want to reach down towards the knee. You want to bring the knee towards your chest. So this is going to be about 5 per side. And then similarly, we're going to do the quads. So you're going to grab your foot behind, you're going to squeeze your butt, open up the hip, and then let go. And I know some of you might struggle, so what you can do is you can have a wall here. You can grab your foot, let go. Grab your foot, let go, and then do 5 like that. If not, if you could just do it standing, that's great. Right, I suggest is alternating. And the main thing is you're working on trying to squeeze your butt, open up the hip, point the knee down, and then relax. At first, it might be problematic. You might have tight hips or quads. But as you get better at it, just try to squeeze your butt, point your knee down. So, about 5 per side. And then once you're done, we're going to do cradle. So you're going to cradle the foot sideways, just pull it up a bit, let go. Okay. Easier variation is just opposite arm, pull it up, let go. Opposite arm, let go. Again, if you're struggling, what you can do is have a wall, pull it up, release. Pull it up, release. Okay. If not, you could just do it standing. We'll do 5 per side. We're almost done. Okay, then we're gonna do a little bit of knee circles. So what I like to do is have my feet together, knees together, hands on my knees. I'm gonna bend sideways, bend to the front, bend sideways, and then pull them back straight. Okay, so bend to the front, sideways, and then back straight. And when you start, it might be like very gentle and small circles, but as you get better or more warmed up, you can try to go deeper and deeper. So about 5 to 10 per side, or again, you can do 10 seconds per direction. Okay, good. Then we're gonna do some ankle circles. So no specific direction. I just want you to press the toes down and rotate the ankle, okay? Just kind of loosen it up. Okay. If you're fancy, you're proficient at it, you can go both ways, but again, it's a little bit tricky, so as long as you move the ankle in one direction, that's fine. I know some of you like to do it like this. That's fine as well. So like hovering, you can hold on the wall. I prefer just having a little bit of load on my toes. I find it warms up the area a little bit better, especially that I have pretty stiff ankles. This really loosens it up more for me. So about 10 seconds per leg or 10 rotations per leg. Then you're gonna place the side of your foot on the ground and you're just gonna press down a little bit. Okay. Again, it should not be painful. At most, it should feel like a little bit of pressure on the side of your foot. Okay, so press the toes down and then back off. Press the toes down and then back off. Okay, most of my weight is still on my back leg, but the front leg is taking a little bit of load, and that's creating the stretch for the ankle. All right, and then last one is just the pivot. It's the pivot from heels to toes. So you want to keep your hip open, your butt squeezed. You're going to go on your heels and then on your toes. On your heels and then on your toes. The main mistake not to make is the hip thrust. I don't want to see like a hip motion like this. You really want to focus on the ankle. So everything's tight. You're not arching. You're not curling up. You're just tall. Your butt is squeezed. And you're just pivoting back and forth. So it's very subtle, very gentle ankle movement. But you should feel it mostly around like the tibia, tibialis anterior, a little bit on the calves. And that's it. So it's I would say it's an entry-level car routine. I don't know if it's a real car routine, but again, just to get the joints moving, it doesn't have to be super specialized, super specific. As long as you're hitting all the joints, the wrists, the neck, the elbows, the shoulders, the spine a little bit, hips, knees, ankles, and that's good. So you can do this before your session, before your training session, or you can do this in the morning if you're not planning to do any physical activity. It's just a good way to limber up before the start of your day so you don't stiffen up and you don't develop any issues on the long run, right? Hope that helps. Have a good day.